Hi guys, it's just a quick one. How to connect a ESP8266 instead of using the ones you can buy. I'm using the nodemcu version 3 dev board just because I've got plenty of those and I haven't got any of the others, so yeah, just get into it. So the links are all in the description below, and I've also done a pastebin file which has got all the info and all the paths and such like, which you could use as a template and just alter for your paths on your PCs. I'm doing it with Windows, with Linux. I know it'll be similar on Mac, and I know Windows, maybe this whole, if you just follow this, which is the firmware update, this might actually work because it's got a tool in it that does it, a flash tool which you can use. Now I'm going to use what's it called, ESP tool to get out flash. So if you head down, there's a few things you've got to download. If you head down the page a bit, we don't need flash tools. If you're on Windows, maybe just try downloading that and follow these instructions, and this just might work out the box. But basically we want this one. If you download that, I think I've just done it, so I won't do it again. But so download that, that's in my downloads, and then if you extract that and then go into it, and you'll see these folders. Now if you go into bin, what we want, if you look at that file I've uploaded to here, it's got everything explained in there, but I'll just run through it and show you it actually working. So I've got Python 3.11 installed. I think I've got in that docs program. Where is it? Here. So in here I explain about this, that because I'm using Conda, which is a Pi version manager, I'll do things a little different here. But if you've just got a version of Python installed, you'll probably find it after your pip installed. So I'll show you this in a sec, but pip install ESP tool and install that. And for me, it goes along this path here. It gets installed there. But on a normal Linux system, it'll be at .local lib Python, and then it'll be 3.11 site packages ESP tool. Basically, you've just got to find the location of that. I think it's a standalone file script, so I think you can just place it anywhere if you wanted to download it off the website or whatever, instead of pip installing it. And I think you could place that within this folder that we're going to use and everything else, and just run it from there. But I've done it this way, so I followed a tutorial in installing the ESP tool. And I'll just get my terminal. So I'm in Python 3.11, and yeah, I've just done it. So I activate my Python, and then basically hook up your nodemcu, mine's a version 3, and run these one at a time. I suppose I ought to explain about them as well first. Sorry, jumping ahead of myself. So once you've downloaded these files, the ones you want are the boot version 1.5. Don't bother with the 1.2. So the boot version 1.5, stick that in your firm folder, like in the instructions. I've just put that on my desktop, so then the paths will be the same. You need the ESP init data default, and you need the blank .bin, and obviously, like I say, the boot version 1.5. Then if you go into AT, and then the 1024 plus 1024, and both these files, both the user1 and the user2 .bins, you copy those into here, like I've got here, look, blank.bin. I'm not sure if I mentioned that one earlier. If I didn't, just copy that in there as well. And then at least most of that's going to work. All you've got to do is change the path for your ESP tool. So close that down, back in the terminal. And a matter of fact, let me just open up a new terminal to show you from the start. So I have to, because I've got Conda activate 3, oh, I've called it Pi 311. There we are. Right, now plug in your node MCU and copy these one at a time after you've altered the paths. Just do that. And as you can see, it just automatically connects to the node MCU, and it's flashed that, and it's flashed it to that location, to that location. So we know that one's good. And then if you haven't got the right paths or anything like that, it will show here, because obviously ESP tool either won't be found, or if ESP tool's found and then it can't find the files of where you've put them, then this path will be wrong. So if you're getting anything back from the ESP tool, it means this bit's right at the start. And then your COM port on Windows, obviously here you'll have COM port 3 or 7 or whatever you do. Don't know on Mac actually, I've never used a Mac, so, but there's your COM port. And then these are the addresses, they want to just be wary of those. That's where we're actually flashing things to. So we've just flashed the first one. Yeah. So we'll go for the second. So it's just going to flash that. Now the two user files are the ones that take the time. So while that's doing, I'll just copy the next one. So we're ready. You know, it's got some info here. The features, da-de-da. The flash size. I know these things never work for somebody else on a different machine, you know, what with the paths being different and everything else, but hopefully with this you'll be able to at least alter things and get something uploaded and working. That's user 2. Is this user 2? Yeah, so I've just done user 2. So now this is the strange bit. You do the blank to that address. Fatal error. What did we do? Flash blank. Blank.bin. Have I got copy? Have I got blank.bin in there? Blank.bin. Should have. We all good. FE. 1FE. 1FE. So, what's it say? The port is busy. Ah, that's interesting. Did the one previously flash okay then? Error, no. So, Pi serial lit is likely not compatible. But this one flashed okay, so this one didn't. It's quite easy. I just didn't follow it through there. But so user 2 didn't flash. Let's go back. Let's do user 2. So the address is correct. Maybe if it does that in between, just unplug your node and plug it back in, because obviously each command is a completely separate entity. So what have I just plugged in? Not that one. That one. So I've just unplugged it and reset it. So hopefully now to where are we? User 2 will now flash, yeah. Flash will be erased. It's writing it. So yeah, I don't know what happened there. Maybe I didn't copy this full length of code, or or it just came. This is what I had the first time. This is why in the instructions I've actually got, each time I did this, I unplugged it and plugged it back in because the hard reset didn't work or something went a bit flaky. So that's the first blank to, yeah, that looks like that went well. And then the last, well, it's not the last because we do the blank again for some reason. If you just, here we go. It's all working now. Flash will be erased. And then there's the bin. Oh, crikey, we don't want to paste all that in there, do we? So it's the bin copy, and it's the same address as up here. It's the exact same command. But I'm only doing this because this is what others on the standard chip have to do through the flash tool. So flash that one again on over that. And there we are. That's all gone through now. So we've got that. Then we want to hook it up. So I'll just unplug mine from here. Actually, let me just show you, because I haven't got screen grab on my Agon. I've got no way of recording the screen apart from with my mobile. So let me just do this bit through the Arduino IDE. But you'll be able to do this with the commands like I've showed you through the tester.bin tool. I'm just going to connect to it with an Arduino serial monitor, which is another way of doing it. I mean, you can follow along. I don't know what that. Yeah, I've got my new file. Let me close that. So we want to go Tools, Board. You may have to download the board and that, but I'm sure if you've got one of these modules, which is why you're following this tutorial, you've already got all this set up in the Arduino. So whatever, but yeah, USB 0, and then open a serial monitor. There you go. Baud rate is set to 11.5.200, and then both NL and CR. So in theory now, if we go AT, we should get an OK. So that means it's accepting the AT commands, and it's also, let me bring that up, actually, there. So, after you've wired it up and you've connected it to your Agon, you can do this through the tester bin file, or hook it up to your PC and do it through the Arduino. As long as you get this serial monitor and AT comes back as OK, it means you're hooked up. And then we just follow these. Now, I did from here to here, following the instructions on this website. Links are in there again. So this is the one you want to download. I couldn't get Netman to work, and the ESP updater, it possibly will work, but I've done this through the Arduino, or while it's connected to the Arduino. It's just easy for me, especially recording. So, and then there's the snail. So go there, get them downloaded, and on your SD card, like in the description of the file that I've stuck up there. And then, where are we? Arduino, issue these codes. So copy that one. Actually, what we can do is just check the mode first. Anything with a question mark, a command with a question mark after it, we'll check it. I'm in mode 1, so maybe you may be. If it's in mode 1, great. If not, you can change the mode by issuing that command equals 1. Enter. And it's changed. Okay. So then, I'm going to enter my Wi-Fi details. Yeah, a bit all right with that. Just do this. So if you see that one, so we paste, and then in theory that should Wi-Fi virus 1. Yeah, that should Wi-Fi disconnected, Wi-Fi connected, got IP. Okay, so we should be connected now. I did run this. Oh, it's automatically connected. This could be because I have got it balanced a bit. Let me reconnect. If you do lose connection, obviously you can always disconnect and reconnect and then just carry on, because each... Oh, no, my port's not there. But like I say, I have got a flaky... There, we're back on. A flaky lead. So we've just connected to Wi-Fi. Then I'm not sure if this bit's needed, this command actually, because it comes back as connected and got IP. But same again, no harm in right here. So the AT-GMR, I've run that twice just to get rid of my credentials. It's going to return this, which is SDK version 1.5.1. Yeah. Now then, if we now run this command, which I think is what the file that you can do on your Agon does. But same again, if you're on your Agon, you can still run these commands. So if we from within the tester, so the tester.bin, load that up. It does all its own tests and comes back with okay. I've knocked it again. Sorry about this. Yeah, it does all its own tests. And displays OK each time. So you can do it in there, or like I'm doing in this Arduino. Here we go. Right. So then we do the update, and you see it's updating. But just give it a little while, because I think there's more parts of it. So this is you can obviously do this from the Agon by just entering this in, or maybe experiment with that program that they've made that I think just flashes it. Here we go, look. There we go. Correct flash map. Ooh, correct flash map. Ready. Wi-Fi connected. Got IP. So now if we do check for the version, now you'll see we've got SDK version 3.0.5 and 1.75 there. So that's upgraded both the AT version and that. Now, I tried connecting at that thinking I'd done it, and it didn't work. So I then followed these commands afterwards, after I'd unplugged and replugged and all the rest of it, and that got it working. So I'm just going to do them now. There's no harm in doing it. Okay, so then we've just restored everything back to factory setting with that one. So we just run through those same commands again and reset it all. So we're on 1. I'm just going to copy it from up here again because I've got that set. So same again, I'm going to have to obviously blank this bit out. Actually, I'm alright with that. Okay. Wi-Fi connected. Did I just buy port again? I don't know. Maybe it's the lead. But if it does anything like that, just unplug and plug back in, and hopefully the monitor reconnects. There we go. So, where do we get to? We set that. You can just check that with this command, but I'm not going to do it because it will just print up all my info again. Oh yeah, do that. I think we're already on, although I've got to do that now because I've had a reboot. I don't know if it... Then you'd just type buy if you're in the tested.bin program. Type buy and you'll come back out. And that should be it. Then it's just connect it up. So I'm just going to quickly do that because, right, let's get the right board. That's my ESP32. Don't need that one. I need that one. And we're going Wi-Fi. So we're going blue and green. Blue is VIN. So that's pin 1. Green on pin 2. That's ground. And I've just got me RX and TX. So I go... Just follow along in the... off the connections I've wrote down in this... on that. Oh, come on. Sorry about this. Right, there we go. So that's my 4 pins in and connected. So now we can power on the Agon. Now you're going to have to take my word for this. Right, so here we are in MOS. If you just press buy from inside the tester.bin program, and you've set up all your AT commands and you're connected to the internet and everything, you've hooked it up to your... Well, you've already done that. And then come back out to MOS with buy, load internet snail.bin, because that's where I've put those binaries. If you just have a look at the description, and then we just do a run. And there's the snail browser. Now I got that even when my Wi-Fi chip wasn't working. So just to test it, if you just flick down to Hacker News or something like that, loading document, and it's loaded the page. We're up, we're running, and we're on the web. Sorry if this video is a bit bitty, but you know, it's pretty hard to get things all organised and then run through it in a video that actually matches what you've written down. Hope it helps somebody. Oh, just one more thing. Just going to turn that off. If at all it's possible to, I hate to say it, sounds dead cheesy, but if you could hit the like and thumbs up button and that, and subscribe, it'll help others because it'll get the channel to others that might be searching. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good one.